on YouTube 2 minutes late. See, that's the problem doing these shows because, before the shows, uh, the guest hosts and stuff get on with me in the green room and we're having such a great conversation, which, halfway through these conversations, we should be doing this on air, right? So everybody else can hear it. Anyway, I'm Dax Carlisle, president of the Tarot Guild for 20 years. Yes, that's why I'm all gray here. Yep. And founder of Psychic Cafe, which is also the name of our network here, where we bring you all these fabulous shows and our Psychic Cafe live shows, this is one of them. First of all, before I get into Pamela and everything else, I gotta say that if you were expecting Michelle's Mystic Corner, which is on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of the month, unfortunately, Michelle had to take the month of January off. Okay. And when she comes back, she can tell you about that. I'm not going to say anything, and she's dealing with stuff and it's family stuff. And you all know about that, right? So she says that she will be back in February. And if I open up my magic calendar, the first actually the first Saturday she'll do a show is the 2nd Saturday of the month and the 4th Saturday, right? So the 8th and the 22nd of February, she'll be back on the 8th. So if you're missing her and if you're expecting her right now, that's why we're here. We're kind of like doing the fill-in, and it's rare that we get Pamela on a Saturday. She gets off every once in a while and she can actually show up and join me. Usually we do it on a Sunday, but this is the fabulous Pamela Steele, author of such fantastic things as the Steel Wizard Tarot. It's their edition.
It's the third edition.
Third edition. And of course, Eternal Seeker Oracle. And I love behind you. Yeah, and the arc, the ABCs of
Wizard's Pets.
Wizard's Pets, yeah, which you can't apparently get or something.
Well,
it's hard.
It's
hard to get it. That's why she has a copy and I don't have a copy because it's hard to get.
Well, send me your address.
People love that.
Send me your address. And yeah, see behind me, it's what Dax was going to say. I've got.
Oh my God, it's so gorgeous. Look at that.
I have the Empress. It's a vinyl poster. And I've got 4 of them actually that I'm straightening out. I got the Weaver over here. Well, actually, maybe you can see her. There, the Weaver's over there behind the lamp. And Maiden of Pentacles is against the window, keeping the plants company. And I'm trying to straighten them out because I've had them rolled up for so long. And I've been invited to do a show the end of February. And usually I can sell prints and, like do a show in that I'll be reading tarot for 3 days. But I'm going to take some of my art and some of my creations, and that way, if I'm not right in the middle of a reading, I can sell a deck or something. But anyway, that's what these are. And they are vinyl and they've lasted. These things are, I had them printed in 2011 or 12. It's been that long. And they're like they came off the, printer yesterday. They're just as crisp and clean and clear. So yay, I'm very excited about it. Dan, you got your or Dax, you got your muted.
Yeah, I muted because I was doing some things in the background and I didn't want the noise to get on here. But yeah, as soon as your camera came live and I saw that poster over your left shoulder, and I was like, oh, she did new stuff. That is so cool. I want something like that on my wall. My walls are like blank. I've been here 13, 14 years and I've never put anything on the freaking wall. I do have one thing from when my mom retired from Raytheon, and it's an F-15 shooting a missile in midair, and it's frozen, with the missile shooting off. And it's a thanks to my mom for all her years of service. She was executive administrator to the vice president of missile systems for Raytheon. So yeah, I have one thing on my wall. maybe someday I'll deck this out, and make the office a little more, it's just a cubicle. So how you been? Happy New Year too.
Roughly perfect. And you, Happy New Year.
Yeah, I mean it's getting rough, uh
Yeah.
the parents, and it's getting harder for them to get around, and oh, the number of doctor visits have gone through the roof. It's like every week I'm taking them to scan here, doctor, this scan, this, the pull blood here, this, it's like holy, and my own, you know I had a liver issue, and they make me do an MRI twice a year now, and sometime the endoscopy down the throat, and it's just endless crap. And then people dying left and right. I mean,
No.
it's been tragic. Before the new year actually hit, things were already happening, and so uh, Doug actually lives with his mom and roommates, and they're like in like a group home, right? And Doug's mom's roommate, Barb, you know, Barb and Doug's roommate, Rick, and Doug and his mom, and they would all come down to the American Legion post, and we'd have drinks and play games and have a good old time and everything like that. Barb suddenly passed away right before the new year. Just like boom, we're like, "Ah, we're still in shock, and other people have passed away too, and it's like this 2025 is not starting out that good.
Well, I'm hoping there's only one way for it to go from here.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
It's all going to go up. I swear. I hope.
I swear, because the cards I was getting for the new year,
Hmm.
oh, well, I was using the Eternal Seeker and the Death card. I mean, you and I both know that tarot doesn't really predict death. It just doesn't. But it does predict transformation. And the cards I kept pulling were well, it's the replacement card for the Death card. And of course, in the Steel Wizard, it reads just simply that, transformation. But the other
Hmm.
one I got was the replacement for the Tower, and that's chaos. So I
Oh,
was
and it's got the
this
lightning and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, everything is just crazy. But what
Mm.
got me as soon as the fire started there in LA was you've got too much water in the ocean on one
Oh
side.
yeah, and that's the other thing, is
Yeah,
that, and I bet a lot of tarot readers are getting tower cards left and right,
yeah, the tower, and then I got
and
this is
death,
technically the death, and I called it the traveler
the
because
traveler.
to me
Love the
it's about
dragon.
rebirth. It's about it's a phoenix. But see,
Oh yeah, Phoenix. Okay. Yeah, it does look like a Phoenix now that I looked at it closer.
you got to look at it close. And yeah, that's a representation of Odin down here in the
Yeah.
corner and Hugin and Munin up there
It's
far on
an
the right,
honest mistake because Pamela has dragons all over her decks.
everywhere.
That's why I love it. That's why I
But
love
oh,
I was born in the year of the dragon. It's all about the dragons. Oh, I gotta
oh
show
yeah.
you for Christmas. I don't know if I showed you this yet. I got a from my mom. I got a dragon
That
ring.
is lovely. Is that
Yeah,
mother of pearl behind it?
it's jade and solid silver
Oh, I see. Okay, now I
around
can
it.
see the color. Yeah,
It's
it's jade.
silver and
Perfect.
jade. I like silver better than gold. So
Me
she
too.
got me silver. I didn't know I was getting that, and I was like, oh, cool,
Ooh,
cool. Yeah,
no.
I love the dragon stuff. Oh, hey, we should welcome everybody. You all got your coffee or tea because this is the cafe. That's right. Who's popped in here? I early on before the show. Uh, what a lovely day came in, and she had been on one of our shows before, and she's going to ask a question. Krista came in. Dan's here. Hey, Dan, where's Michelle? Oh, there's Michelle.
Right
Hello,
behind you.
Daxamillion. And Arcana, and I don't know how to say the RAO, like Rayo or Rayo, Arcana
Wow.
Rayo. Anyway, that is so. I'm just going to call him Arcana because that is the divisions of the deck, the major and minor arcana. That is so cool. And Pink Lady 45 is in. So if you all, we'll get to questions in a little bit. We're just having fun. I so rarely get to be on with Pamela. and we just want to hang out and chit chat. We started this really cool conversation that I want to get back into about pricing your services, who really makes money in tarot, and other things like that we want to get into because it's fun. We've got Pamela Steele here, and because she's produced, created, and published so many decks and books and everything, that we can talk publishing and how to get published and self-publishing and going with a publishing house and all this different stuff. But I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and you guys that are regulars, you know the deal. If you want something, general, you just want us to pull a couple cards, see what pops up, just put in the chat, can I have a message from the universe? That's all you got to put. You don't need to put it in multiple times, put it in once, and we take them in the order that they come in. Now, if you have a specific question, just type it in there. Will Joe marry me? Anything like that. But also, you can ask really cool questions about what I just said, publishing decks and authoring books, and what's the deal behind the scenes stuff, because we have Pamela. And questions about tarot, how it works, oracle cards, numerology, manifestation, runes, anything you want to ask. You don't have to just ask. Yes, you can ask your personal question, and you only get one. Will I get that job? Will I pass my exam? Yeah, you only get one of those, but you can put in multiple questions where you're asking general, or very specific things about things like tarot and numerology. You can ask questions about the Tarot Guild. I got to pop this up, Pamela.
Yes.
We are celebrating 20 years in 2025 here. 20 years of the Tarot Guild, folks. Yep. And so if you have questions about why should I join, I'm going pro, or I've been pro for 20, 30 years. Why should I join a professional organization? Why should I get certified? By the way, speaking of getting certified tarot grandmaster Pamela Steele, Her Eminence, we have to call her now. Yeah. Anyway, but if you have questions about getting certified, why, how to do it, why did it, and all that kind of stuff, we can answer all those questions too. And Angela came in. Hi, Angela. Oh, she's got a really cool question you're going to love, because she wants a message from her dragons. Ooh, but before we get into the readings and all that kind of stuff, Pink Lady says 20 years, congrats. Yes, that's why I'm this gray. Couple things. One, I want to do the cards of the day real quick, and I of course, every time Pam's on, I use her deck. And I got the Maiden of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The Maiden of Pentacles is one of the additional cards. Yes, her deck has 88 cards, is it?
Yes.
And by the way, I love that you did that. And if you didn't do that, I would have chastised you, because if you're going to go more than the traditional 78, do 88 or 99. Do a master number.
Yes. Yes.
It's a master number. But tell us about the Maiden of Pentacles, why you put that in.
Okay, maidens were added to the court cards to represent the potential for each suit. So when you have the Maiden of Pentacles coming up, what you're looking at is the potential for real solid, down-to-earth business, home, family growth. Okay. Study. If you're taking a course, the potential to master that subject is right there. Or if she's upside down, that means that you're not fulfilling your true potential. But since she came right side up, that means that we're looking at the potential to actually begin. And this has been hitting me from all directions too. So good job on the draw decks. Is that we are all coming into a position where the potential to do great things and create great works is right in your lap now. Right. So you better be nice to it, pet it and feed it, and make sure that it's happy.
Now, here's what I got with this card combination. It represents that you are beginning a new journey that involves both the material and emotional aspects of your life. It indicates the potential for new financial opportunities or career prospects, just like what Pamela was talking about, that will bring emotional and spiritual fulfillment. That is what is so important. It's not just money for money's sake or material for material. You got to have that emotional satisfaction. It might also suggest that there will be new emotional connections with someone who is supportive and nourishing, leading to a more fulfilling life. And the combination of these two cards, it's a reminder to stay grounded and take a practical approach to our pursuits while still allowing ourselves to feel the emotions that come along the way. So that's the message for everybody that I got today. Yeah. So
I
we
got
were
these.
having, oh, go ahead.
Okay. Now, the Six of Wands, this was the one that tells us that you don't let anybody else steal your thunder. Okay. When you come up with an idea and you're happy with it and you're working on a project and you're putting everything together, make sure everybody knows. I mean, we're not talking about blowing your own horn. We're taking
Mm-hmm.
it about placing credit where credit is due. So, how many times have you been in a situation, you come up with this great idea and you talk to your fellow people around you and you say, whoa, what about this? And they go, oh, that's a great idea. And the next thing you know, some turds, oh, and all of a sudden it's their idea. Well, it's not their idea, it's yours. So make sure people know who the author of the good stuff is. Okay. And secondly, you've got the moon. Now, the moon I've always read as the card of the psychic. Trust your instincts on this. Follow your intuition. Do what makes your heart sing. If it doesn't feel right, you're going to get that weird feeling about it. Don't do it. Wait until the changes have settled in and then do it, because that's the beauty of the moon. It doesn't have its own light. It's always reflecting something to you. So what it's reflecting is what you need to be attentive to. So there you go.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Cool, cool, cool. And bear with me a second because I am grabbing some of these questions and putting them in a list, which I never used to do, but it seems to be helping out a little bit here lately. Because we've had so many questions, and let's see if I can grab Krista's here. Let's see, where am I going to put that one? Okay, right here. Doo-doo. Krista. All right, I got your question, Krista. And I think that's okay. And Michelle is talking about the super chats. We now are halfway monetized. We have the first level monetizations where we get super chats. We can create memberships on YouTube, things like that. And so at the very top of the chat, you guys will see that I put in there, grab us a cup of coffee and we will take your question first, no waiting, and we'll spend more time with you and you can ask additional questions, things like that, or send us a super chat. So you can go to, and let me get the URL, and I'm going to pop that in the chat for everybody. It's all the way at the top of the chat for you guys in chat live right now, but I'll pop it in there again. It's psychic.cafe/coffee. So if you want to send us some love, buy us a cup of coffee, but also if you want to jump to the top of the list and be taken first, and not just be taken first, but be sure we're going to take you, because we don't get to all the questions sometimes. But the alternative new way is right down at the bottom where you type in your messages into chat. You'll see the what do you call it? The emoji button and the heart button and everything. There's now what looks like the outline of a dollar and has a dollar sign in it. You can click on that and click on super chats, put your question in there, send us a super chat, and we're going to take your question first. So yes, we have super chats now. Excited about that stuff. Speaking about, earning money, that was one of the big things we were talking about in the green room. I know, Pamela, you were bringing up about, what do people even charge now? You were relating
Yeah.
this. You were relating the story about going to the psychic fairs,
That
and
was a long time ago.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, that one that you were
Yeah.
talking about, and it's really interesting because I know you were talking about your second version, I guess, of the website that got up more recently, but still a little bit ago, and
Yeah.
you had just put on an amount. And we started talking about how, like, 20, 30 years ago, the average was $1 a minute. So if you were doing a 30-minute reading, $30, 60-minute
Yeah.
reading, $60. But then it went up to $2. It stayed at $2 for a long time, $60 or 120, for an hour. And by the way, a lot of people, I've noticed in the last 10 years that people are not spending hours with people like they used to. A lot of the readings are down to 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, because you can answer most questions in 20 to 30 minutes or so. It's even 5 or 10 minutes. If you set a timer and start talking to somebody and have it go off in 5 or 10 minutes, you'll feel like you've been talking for an hour. That's because our attention span has gone like this. So that's why the readings, are coming down, and yet still going up, because now the average is about $3. So like $90 for a 30-minute reading. But most readings are, they're not doing 60 minutes, $180. Although I've been on people's websites where, $197 for a reading, and it all depends. And sometimes 500. No, it all depends on the person doing the readings and all this kind of stuff and their following. And we used to care also about what the market will bear. That's no longer a thing. It doesn't matter that I live in a tiny city in Idaho. No, I don't. I live in Tucson, but I'm making a point here. So I'm in Idaho in my little dinky little town, with 10 people. Yeah, and you would have to charge what, $20 for a reading or something like that. No, with the internet, we do readings like this, like me and Pamela right now, and it should be based on at least the universal average, not on what the market will bear locally, because you're going to do readings for people in Berlin and Australia and Canada. Yeah, that far away Canada, that faraway distant land of Canada, and Mexico and New Orleans and England, and you're going to be doing readings for people all over the world. I've done it, and it's not what the market will bear, it's what's the actual value of your reading. So, and in a minute I want to get into like who's really making money in tarot, but this is the thing. um it's I think everything is undervalued. I really do, and I know that locally, like you're in a fair and prices are ridiculously low at fairs. But honestly, if you're sitting down with you're doing a reading for a CEO, and you're a high-ranking tarot reader because you're Pamela Steele, you've created tarot decks, and you are where'd that thing go? You are a certified tarot grandmaster, yeah. And so you're doing a reading for this guy, right? And he wants to know how to build a business up. And you do this reading, you give him some great information, advice. He runs with it. That year, he adds $100,000 to his bottom line. What's that worth? Now, if you think in terms of advertising, if I have a business and I want to advertise it and make 100 grand, I have to spend a minimum $10,000 in advertising to do that. 10% is, the bare minimum for advertising in a typical business. Tiny business, big business, don't matter. At least 10%, usually a lot more, but let's go with 10%. $10,000. Pamela made that guy $100,000 more, to at least to his gross. That's worth 10 grand, and we're charging $40. Really? So that's my spiel on that. Now, saying that, I also, I don't even charge the minimum. My readings are $99 and 99 cents. Well, yeah, and I do about a half hour. So yeah, I guess it is in that minimum $3 range, but I put it on sale all the time. It's on sale right now, $49.99. I think I actually, yeah, I got that up. Shameless plug. Happy New Year sale. Yes. Half off sessions, life coaching, tarot, numerology, $49.99. It's half off right now. Go over to my page, psychic.cafe/Dax. Yes. Book a reading with me. Anyway, shameless plug. But yeah, I mean, I do it too. I want to slap myself and I want to slap a lot of other people. Because what you do affects the whole industry. And I don't mean just you personally, but like if you take 1,000 tarot readers and they're all charging $50, that's affecting the industry. We should, we are the poor man's psychologist, and people don't want to go to psychologists because of the stigma. But they will get a tarot reading. Yes. Or numerology and astrology and mixed together with tarot and oracle and whatever. But yeah, they'll do that. And they're charging $150 an hour, people, $200 an hour, $250 an hour in Manhattan. God, what is it? $250 an hour, $300 an hour. We should at least be in a line with similar related industries, Anyway, that's my soapbox on that. What's your thoughts, Pam?
There again, what I've noticed in the last few years is the fact that it has opened up tremendously. I've done readings for people in Ireland and England and Australia and pretty well everywhere. It only gets tricky when English is not their first language, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
But
We
that's
have
okay.
figured out that there's such things as translators.
Yes.
So this works.
Google Translate.
Oh yeah, please, big time.
I have had complete conversations with people from Chechnya doing a reading where it was all by text. They translated into English, sent it to me. I typed it in English and translated it into their language and sent it to them. And it worked fine.
Yep. Well, there it is. I mean, but okay, Charlotte just posted it. It's not like it's like anything else. Farmers, ranchers, grocery. You look at what the actual cost that they get paid, like what they're making, and then what you're paying is wow, just wow. So there's got to be some kind of a leveling of this. We've just got to find it. So maybe that should be our mission this year, is to find out how we can be more prosperous without breaking the bank.
Right. And there's lots and lots of ways to work on this.
Oh yeah.
I've seen various ideas. Like some of my favorites are things like creating a membership. We were just talking about, now we can do memberships on YouTube. What you can do in your own personal membership is provide readings, but they're a member paying monthly.
Yeah.
And so it's less money for them per month, but you are making over a year more than you would make for a reading. Now, and of course, people that are joining your membership, they're not going to be getting a reading all the time, and even if you do have to do a few readings for them over the year, it's still worth it. You're still making a good amount of money doing a membership. So advice for 2025, if you haven't done it already, start one of these. Start a YouTube channel and start doing readings on the channel. There are, if you don't want to put your face on there and you're worried about all that kind of stuff, you can record videos and you can have AI translate your voice into a different voice. If you don't want your voice out there, you don't have to use images if you don't want. If you're doing readings, like a lot of people do the top down camera, so you see them putting the cards out and stuff like that. That's another thing you can do. You can do a completely faceless channel where you're just putting cards out and doing different readings and things like that. And when you're talking about not doing readings, but you're doing like a video just talking about, tarot and spirituality and whatever else you want to do on your channel, you can do stock video footage videos that you're not even in, or you're putting up what you're discussing on the screen, and you're down here in the corner, a little tiny, and you might not mind being on camera because it's this tiny anyway. You can do that through a lot of different ways, including, we're using Zoom, you know. So yeah, and then just start a membership on your channel when you get monetized. It's only 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours now to get to that first level. Now, to get money from advertising, you have to do 1,000 and 4,000. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And some of these channels where all you ever see is their lovely manicured fingernails and them laying cards out, and they have hundreds of thousands of followers, subscribers on their channels. I've looked them up on YouTube. You can start one of those, and you can other ways to make money. Once you get monetized, you'll be making money off of the ad share, in addition to people booking you for readings. And then there's that membership idea, make a membership and have different levels, and they get, one reading a month if they pay this amount, or 2 readings a month if they pay this amount per month, like a Netflix subscription. So, anyway, there's a whole bunch of ideas to play with. What else we were talking about? So I made the comment, the only people making money. Okay, so yes, there's some people doing really well out there. There's the Ciro Marchettis of the world, and a few other deck creators and authors that, they come out with 2 books and a deck or 2 a year. And they're making royalties. They're making money, but it's really the big publishing houses, Schiffer and Llewellyn and US Games and everything. They're the ones making bank on tarot, not us.
Well, the thing too, even if you self-publish, I mean, what you're going to spend in advertising and promotions is going to it's going to be a full-time job. I promise you that.
Yeah, definitely
a full-time job. Ever drop the ball on that, ever.
Yes, absolutely. Making content and paying for advertising, because even if you go with Llewellyn or Schiffer or something, they don't do the advertising like they used to. I mean, yeah, if you're a big name and you're going to sell 150 million copies and they're going to make a crap load of money, yeah, they will promote all over the place. But for someone coming out with a tarot book or a tarot deck or oracle deck, Lenormand, no, you have to do the advertising. And that's why I think the way to go here in the 21st century, and it's been this way since the beginning almost, where creators have shifted into self-publishing, because you make a lot more of the sale. And if you're gonna have to do the advertising anyway, yeah, self-publish. Oh, and here's another thing, another behind the scenes secret is what people do is they self-publish. Sometimes they'll do what's called an artist version, which tends to be a larger, better materials, upscale deck that they'll sell for $85 to $120 per deck. And then it gets picked up by Schiffer, Llewellyn, US Games, and they create a mass, what's the word for it? Mass public, that's not right. Mass
production.
Yeah, mass production, but there's a word in publishing, and I can't think of it right now, but you know what I mean. It's the mass published or mass produced, like, it's coming off the press, and it's typically, thinner stock, smaller, more tarot sized deck instead of the full big artist sized deck. And then it doesn't matter that you're only making 50 cents on a deck, because they're going to put it in all the bookstores, and they're going to, it'll be on Amazon and everywhere. And but you could start out self-publishing. That's the way to go in these days. Yep. And then as far as making money in other ways, yes, courses, things like that. But, with websites like Udemy, or some people call it udemy.com, the marketplace has dropped out. Even if your course is $250, it's going to go on sale on Udemy. If you have it on Udemy for like, $19, 12, $9.99, $13.99. They have these sales all the time. If you miss the sale, don't worry. Wait a couple days, they'll start a new sale. And yeah, you think volume and you're going to make money. Yeah. But the days of the really big expensive courses have pretty much gone away. Now, yes, there are a couple of people out there, like I think of two off the top of my head, that are charging between $500 and $1,000 for a course, you know. But and Pamela and I had a little private conversation about that we can't repeat on air, But yeah, folks, all this stuff is available online for free. I have a course, and like right now, we got the New Year's sale going, and you become a member of the Tarot Guild for life for $99, or two payments of 67 if that makes it easier for you. $99, one payment, or two payments of 67. You get my course included, $299 course free, plus free certification. And what's my point about that? Yeah, shameless plug, I know. But the point is that courses are great because what they do is they, yes, all this information is available free on the internet, especially YouTube, but we put it all together in a, graduated, organized thing so that you can go through it in an organized way, as opposed to hit and miss getting information and not knowing, what video should I watch, what book should I read, what bits of information, we put it together in a package. So I'm not dissing people that do courses. I'm just saying you don't need to spend $1,000 for a course. Okay. You don't even have to spend my $299, buy my $299 course. You can get it free in your Tarot Guild membership for life right now. Go get it. While I'm talking about this, I'm like, oh, shoot, I guess I should put the link in the chat. Okay. Hopefully someone's going to join us for life. Like, by the way, Dan and Charlotte and Pamela, of course, and Michelle and everybody. They got it when it was really good, $78. But yeah, that was last January. This January, it's $99. So it's psychic.cafe/lifetime 2025. You can grab that. Yeah, absolutely. Anything you want to say about $1,000 courses, Pamela?
No, not really. We're running short on time. We probably should do a few readings.
Yeah, we're gonna do some readings. And anything cool in the comments here that we've seen? This is more like Sunday coffee social. It is. And by the way, we're going to go to the readings in just a second, but I did want to mention that because, yeah, there's our coffee page if you want to send us a tip. Yeah. Tomorrow, January 12th, first coffee social of 2025, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So exactly the same as this, only it's going to be on Zoom and it's private. We don't record these. So you can ask any question you want. You can feel very safe because nobody's recording anything, and you can ask anything you want. And it's just the few of us that are there. Go to psychic.cafe/social to learn all about it. And by the way, when you get that lifetime membership, that's how you can come to our socials. Because yes, you have to be a member or enrolled in my course. It's also for my courses, so that you can come and ask all your questions and everything. I hope you can join us tomorrow, everybody, and we'll hang out and we'll do this all over again. It is like a coffee social, but we gave out some really great information. And if you have any questions about anything we talked about, bring it to the coffee social or the next show that we're on together. Don't knock I just caught this from Charlotte. Don't knock small Idaho towns. I lived in one for 13 years and loved it. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry, Charlotte. Wait, you're still in a little town, except you're in a different state, right? You're out in the sticks, right? In the farm, on the farm. Anyway, so yeah, Charlotte is a perfect example because she can pop on the Zoom. Here she is, right? When she does the shows and all. Oh, first name, last name came in. Who else has come in? Did I miss anybody? Tarot Healer came in. Alrighty. So if we go back to the list here, the first question was from one of our regulars now, a new regular. What a lovely day. I would love a mini reading on how to release these limiting beliefs. I flip-flop so hard on believing and myself. I think she means believing in herself and not believing in herself. Ooh, see what you can see on that, Pamela. Speaking of new people, I should mention, please subscribe to the channel. We are still trying to get to the second level of monetization, that 1,000 subscribers. And like the videos, it helps us a lot. Yes.
Okay, I'm using the Eternal Secret Oracle, and I got the card for attainment. It's not something you can just wake up one morning and achieve. It's something you're going to be working at for a while. And the reason is, there's a very valid reason. If it's too easy, you won't appreciate it. However, you said it's coming and going, it's bouncing back and forth, but you're always coming back to center. You're always coming back to the, I believe in myself. Okay. And that's what makes it so valuable, is the fact that for every time you doubt yourself, two things happen to show you not to. Okay, pay attention. Keep journal. That is the best way in the world to help your process, help you on your journey, is to keep a journal. But what that will do for you is that will help you identify where your patterns and where you're looping back to it and what's causing you to doubt yourself. And just because of the card that you pulled, what I'm getting is that you listen to other people instead of your heart. So don't let people live rent-free in your head. You've got this. You just have to look at all the times that it's worked and worked out really well, and you trusted, and it, boom, there it was. The only time that it doesn't work is when you say, yeah, but. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Say thank you, trust, and just take another step and keep going. If you have to step to the side to get around it, then step to the side. But you've got this. I promise. Okay? Here.
Very cool. Very cool. Yes. So the next question's from Pink Lady. Hello, people. Glad to see you both. Any updates about the current situation? Okay, the current situation. I do not need to know what the current situation is. Six of Swords. Yes. You are making steady progress to, I mean, this is not a speedboat, obviously, but you are making progress towards the goal over here. Yes. And unlike other versions of the Six of Swords, Pamela has put the swords, she's left them on the bank where they belong. When you get this many swords are thoughts and ideas, way too many thoughts and ideas. Okay. So on this situation, whatever it is, Pink Lady, yep, leave those thoughts and ideas on the shore and keep making progress. And I got for you also the wishing well, the Nine of Cups, the wish come true card traditionally in tarot. And I love, oh my God, you got to give Pamela props. She made it into a wishing well. Some of us haven't even thought of wishing wells in years, decades, you know. But yes, this is the wish come true card. You can have what you want in this situation. It's about manifesting it, really. And this is also a message to keep your eye on the ball, not on the lack of not having what you want in that situation, but what is it you want in that situation? come up with, you know, the details and write them down. So that's what I got for Pink Lady. Hope that helps you out. Angela is next. That's the one I mentioned earlier, Pamela, where may I have a message from the dragons? You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Message from the dragons.
Or I don't have my wizard's pet deck out, so we're gonna try this one. Um, just dragons or just your dragon?
I think the way she wrote it was, God, I just erased it off my list. I can't
That's
remember her
okay.
exact, but it's basically she wants a message from the dragons.
Well, that's easy. You got the world card here, hon.
Sweet.
Okay. The freedom to move in any direction you choose to go. Because when you've got dragon energy around you, um, whether other people believe it or not, it doesn't really mean squat. When you've got dragon energy around you, I guarantee you have got the best support you could possibly need. Okay. So attainment, um, well, there again, like I said, this is the world card, which again is the attainment card in the other deck. And that means that you now have the freedom to do what makes your heart sing. Follow your heart. Then they say dance like nobody's watching. Oh, hell, dance like everybody's watching. Do whatever you got to do and shake it, because don't break it, but just, yeah, follow that. Follow your rhythm. Listen to the rhythm of your heart. Match it with the rhythm of the earth. Then listen for the energy that dragons are putting into your life. And their energy will resonate with that. And then just let her buck. It works really well. Let it happen. Don't get in your own way. Let it happen.
Awesome sauce. That's a good one. What am I getting, Krista? Krista, can I ask a career messages, looking for new jobs, and I just want to know what's coming up for it. Okay, so first of all, it's going to happen. We got the Six of Wands, the success card in tarot, right? And by the way, our wands are fire. What's that fiery energy? What are you passionate about? Are you focused on that, or are you just trying to do job? Because I think that that's an issue here. I think that's why that came up, in addition to saying that it's going to happen. And it is, that was a minor arcana card. Here's a major arcana card. The star is reinforcing that and saying, yes, there is hope. It is, put it out there and then it will be on the way. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to pull a third card. I'm going to pull a timing card. Looks like Moses parting the Red Sea here. The way Pamela did this. The Two of Pentacles. Yes, there might be a little balancing of the finances going on, but again, two is a big fat yes. And I think within 2 weeks, I think that's what the timing is on this. So I hope that helped you out, Krista. And then we have a question from first name, last name. This is a question for Pamela. Oh, it's very interesting because I'm going every other, and her question landed right when you were supposed to be next. So it's like, oh, perfect. And that way it didn't make me feel, she didn't want the question to ask me a question. She wanted to ask Pamela. So question for Pamela, what are you seeing for me in regards to moving out of state? And then in parentheses, in the next few months, question mark. So this is first name, last name. They have a very cool name. First name, last. Been one of our regulars for a long time. Long time. And then I got a question from Michelle, and we'll see if we can squeeze in one or two before the end of the show.
Okay, first of all, I pulled three just because I didn't like the first two. Where'd you go? Why did oh, I know what happened. Never mind. Never mind. And there it is. There it went. I minimized everything, and I shouldn't have done that. First of all, I got the Seven of Wands reversed, which means, why do you feel threatened? Why are you feeling like you have to do something right now, right away? Because you're on high ground, honey. you don't need to make a fast move. You need to really think it through. You really need to see, because the changes that you are looking to accomplish, the bottom line is you don't want to take your garbage cans full with you. You want to empty your garbage cans before you leave. Point one. Point two is this one, sorry, Empress reversed, which means the timing's off right now. Your inner divinity, your own inner goddess is telling you this isn't going to happen right now. You need to make some more. There's been loss, there's some grief, there's some unanswered, there's some undone. Your abundance seems to be slipping away, but you need to figure out what all this is about before you make a move and take it with you. So this is a major card. This means don't mess around with it. Take it, like look carefully at what you are thinking about packing and taking with you and what you're thinking about leaving behind. Okay. Look closely. And then the final card that you got is the Page of, man, a big word I can't say, Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles reversed means that there's something that where you're at that you need to learn. You need to explore. You need to look deeper into. And you need to do it now. You need to take a little bit of contemplation time aside and quietly explore possibilities and options before you decide to really do this. You've got unfinished business, and if you don't wrap it up, you're going to take everything with you to the next spot and you're going to start all over again. So fix it first. Okay? There you go.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Michelle says, may I have a weekend read, please? I'm going to give this one to you too, because I know Michelle wants a reading from you.
A weekend read. Oh my goodness.
Weekend read.
Okay, so we're talking today. Oh wow. Getting chills on this one.
Oh.
I always get chills when I read from Michelle, though. I don't know what's going on there, but I always do. It's almost like she just walks up and stands over me and says, "What you got?" It's kind of cool, but it also gives me chills. All right, weekend. Let's go to Saturday. No, don't like that one too much. And Sunday, stop looking in the past, honey. Stop looking at the past. What you're dealing with right now, you have to take it step by step, moment by moment. And what worked before is not going to work now. It's not. It's completely different, as you know. Because you got the World reversed, and then you got the Two of Wands reversed. And this tells me that there again, all of the family issues that you're going through and everything that's happening around you right now is really demanding your attention. But this also tells me that you're not looking in the right areas for what you need for help and advice. Okay. Bottom line is the answers are not out there. Okay. The answers are in here. And part of what you're dealing with is it's a rite of passage. It's part of a soul contract. Okay. And when you reach a certain point in a soul contract, there comes you'll hit a barrier. Okay. And the contract is finished, but you need to find a way to move forward and to move through it. And that's where becoming that guardian, becoming that keeper of the sacred knowledge, becoming that oracle is so important. And that's your role right now. No more, no less. Okay. And you've got more than 2 days to do this, but it's going to get you in the right direction going that way. Okay. So if you have anything else, you know how to find me. Okay. Okay, sweetie.
Cool. All righty. So we might have time for another question or two. We're not going to get to everybody. So two things there. One, if you really are in deep need, besides booking a reading with Pamela or I, you can come to the coffee social and ask tomorrow. But also, I should mention that Monday, Charlotte and I will be on 8 p.m. New York time. So that's 5 p.m. Pacific. That'll be our next live show. And you can come and get a reading then if if we can't get to you today, because we're almost done. Also, I wanted to mention next Saturday. What's going on next Saturday? Well, it is the 15th anniversary of us doing podcasting, radio, and now YouTube lives. We've been doing this continuously broadcasting since our very first show called Tarot Today, January 20th, 2010. 15 years. And yes, it's actually Monday, but we thought let's do it on a Saturday so everybody can join us and help us celebrate. I got the balloons and the confetti going there on. I love how that banner came out. I just love it. And I know for sure that Michelle is going to be making her return and joining us on Saturday. And so is Charlotte. But anybody else that wants to join us that is on the Tarot Guild staff or any of our hosts, anybody that's around that wants to join us for our 15th anniversary, we would love that. We would love that. And by the way, oh my God, I have to mention our first super chat. So we got a super chat from Michelle Matheny. That's the same Michelle that'll be on next Saturday, by the way. And we got a super chat from Charlotte. Yeah. That's really cool because since we got the new system, I haven't seen any yet. So that's my first time seeing what the super chats look like. Yes, we are so newbie to it took us like 2.5, 3 years to get monetized. Anyway, the next question was from Arcana, and I'm going to butcher all these names, so I'm not even going to say them. I'm going to say that Arcana is wanting to know when a certain person's going to connect with me, which months, things like that. All right. So this is the thing. I got the 7 of Wands. Now you have the high ground. You're in a good position currently, but this is a no card. Currently, I'm getting that it's not ready to happen. Okay. And right next to that is the Maiden of Pentacles representing, I don't know if that might be representing you, but I have a feeling I don't know why, but I have a gut instinct. It's the other person. And notice how the pentacle's covering her face. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that person is ready to get in contact with you. Something has to be done. Something's left to be done. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull another card here. Ace of Swords. Yes. Okay. So it can happen. And it could happen very quickly. Ace is 1. So like within the next month or week, it can happen really quickly. But you have to do something. Swords are thoughts. And I'm going to say in this case, communication. So instead of just sitting back waiting for them to get in touch with you, you may have to reach out. That's what I'm getting. I hope that helps you out. And then this is probably going to be the last one, Pamela. Tarot healer. Can I get a mini read? Okay, so just a general, whatever comes up for tarot healer. Yay. Thanks again, Charlotte and Michelle.
Oh, wow. Okay. I love this one. Transformation. Okay. What
Oh,
you're
I
doing
love that.
now is you're getting ready to come out of what's been essentially a closed chrysalis state. It's almost like you went into hibernation for a while and
Butterflies.
yeah, been recovering and planning and plotting even and exploring. And now it's time for you to break out and do what it is you came here to do. More than that, it's time for you to be who you came here to be. You've been letting people see part of it. You've been letting them have a glimpse here and there, but it's really time for you to just take the cover off and let the light shine. Okay? It's your turn. Take it. Okay.
Awesome. And Charlotte had, oh, by the way, when she did her super chat, Charlotte said, I may as well donate. I get to hang out with all these cool people. Yes, thank you very much. Although I do want to point out that the only two people that have ever sent us a super chat are hosts on the network. This makes no sense, people. Okay. I think it's a great gesture. I will take it. Any hosts that hang out with us in the chat and have a great time and you want to send a super chat, please do. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, and Michelle saying we lead by example. Exactly. I know it's going to take time. We only just got super chats. I think we've literally had 2 shows live where we had super chats. So I wasn't expecting super chats to roll in for another, few months, honestly, and I still don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to take months before it happens. But I just thought that was hilarious. I went, wait a minute. I was going, yay, we got super chats. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. The 2 super chats are from our hosts on the network. Come on, people. Oh, wow. This was super fun. And I love when we get into our conversations. Yeah, I love doing the readings, but I love when we get into our conversations about the tarot world, decks and books, publishing, what should we be charging, the business and the business side of tarot, how to make money as a tarot reader, not just reading one-on-one with people, but how to really make money. And we'll do more of that. Yeah, that's what I want to do for 2025. Most of this stuff you see out there, right, Pamela? Is it really helping professional tarot readers make more money?
No.
I don't think so. By the way, is that a dragon right there? I thought
It
it's
is.
it's
Just
hard to
back.
see.
It,
Oh, okay. Now I see it better.
oh, where'd it go? Get back over
Oh,
here.
it's over there.
There.
Yeah.
Flew away. Yeah, I just got it the other day. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
have
gorgeous. Yeah, I want
it.
one.
Yeah, it's got some white quartz in here, and
Oh,
yeah, it's showed up, and I thought, huh, when did I order that? So,
yep.
okay.
We got to figure out ways to get you on here more. Yeah.
Well, you never know. It could happen. Like I'm getting a little long in the tooth, let's say, to be doing massage therapy anymore.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, quite a bit. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing, but I have noticed in the
I have
last
ideas.
couple of weeks that I've had a lot more tarot interactions, and
Yes.
not just from the cafe here,
Oh, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
or from people calling and saying, "Hey, can I get in for a reading?" But from other sources that I thought had dried up, and they're
Oh,
back in full force. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
cool. Yeah. But we'd love to have you. Everybody loves having you on. And yes, Pamela does have a page on Psychic Cafe. Before we leave, just real quickly, let me pop that up for everybody. Uh, our link, first of all, you can come and you can join the platform. We have a whole social media platform, Psychic Cafe, and it's free to join. Just go to psychic.cafe. And, if you want the direct link, it's register. That's all. You just go to psychic.cafe/register. And there's Pamela's psychic.cafe/Pamela. And by the way, when you go and register for free and log in, and then you go to Pamela's page, you're going to see a little envelope message icon. Click that. You can send her a message, say, hey, I want to book a reading. And then, as I said earlier, my readings are $49.99 right now for the new year. And you can just go to my page, psychic.cafe/Dax. Also on the website under blogs, I have a blog post about my readings, and you can grab them for half price there. But you can get it on my page as well. Yep. And I will pop our pages. For some reason I did not have the link copied. There we go. Okay. I'll pop our pages in here. Psychic.cafe/Dax, Psychic Cafe/Pamela, and then 2 more I'm going to do real quick. And that's to get Pamela's decks. at least the two that I have links for. There we go.
Well, and also at February 28th and March 1st and 2nd, if you're in anywhere near Southern Alberta, Canada, I'm going to be in Medicine Hat for 4 days, well, 3 days actually reading. And I'll have my decks for sale there. And if you're in Canada and you want a copy of The Wizard's Pets, I can't find it online anywhere right now, but I do have copies here. Now, shipping in Canada is pretty pricey. I think it cost me just under $19 to ship a copy of this, but the lady really wanted it, and it's a fabulous little deck if you're learning tarot or if you're reading for people that go anytime they see naked people or something or children or something, then yeah. But yeah, that's get a hold of me. I've got copies here. I just brought in a carton of them.
One last thing before we go, we have a tradition when Pamela's on that we go and we look at how deeply is her deck discounted this week.
Oh, probably pretty deeply.
And I just went over there, and this whole book and deck set, by the way, it's not just the 88 card super giant deck. And yeah, if you want to learn how to shuffle these, you cut it in half and then shuffle. But look at this book. Holy cow, right? And the nice magnetic enclosure. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff. Normally around $35, $34.99. Right now, it is 41% off, Pamela. $20.67. Okay, $20 USD. You can get this box set. Go get it right now. Psychic.cafe/Steele Wizard. And just for fun, I guess I'll pop in the link for Eternal Seeker, psychic.cafe/Eternal, ETER, Eternal Seeker.
You did. It's right below the Steel Wizard one. You did.
No. What I mean is actually go to the link and see what the discount is.
Okay.
6% off. It's normally $24.99. It's $23.59 right now. So that's, at least in my location, nice big 41% off the Steel Wizard. Go get it. Go get it. Thanks for being here with me, Pam. I know we went over a little bit, but
okay. That's okay.
We always have so much.
Go to Facebook and chat with Charlotte for a bit. So
we have so much to talk about, you know. What we're gonna have to do is like plan when you're gonna be on and plan like a 2-hour block. It's like, we need 2 hours. We need 2 hours. Oh my gosh. All righty. Bye, everybody. And I will see a lot of you hopefully for the coffee social tomorrow. Bye, everybody.